Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the last race of the first series of the GT4 series on Last Roll Racing. I'm joined again by Jake. Jake, how you feeling? How you doing?
Feeling wonderful.
Wonderful. That's a great way to feel.
Ready for a great day of racing.
Great day of racing and an end to a great season of racing. We've had hundreds of battles throughout each race, and each race has been as enthralling as the other, so let's hope that the last race of the season, whether people are fighting for position still or not in the championship, is still an absolutely enthralling race to witness. Jake, have you got any thoughts and figures before we get into this race, or are you going in with a clean mindset?
I think firstly you have to say Tommy Schetz is already champion, I think, essentially. Yeah. Which is important to acknowledge for him. Congrats.
Congratulations, Tommy Schetz.
The Schettmeister.
A full 100 points in front. He's shown from day one that he was the top dog in a car that you would potentially not think would bring a top dog contender in. So he's done that with everything against him. So congratulations, Tommy Schetz, for being 100 points ahead, I think, in this race, isn't he?
95, yeah.
Yeah, so you may as well call that quits.
Yeah, essentially, doesn't look great for Chris Downing, but you never know. I don't know if it's possible, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know. You know, you could absolutely bring it back within just beautiful colours. But I guess we'll find out. See if he somehow brings it back. Now we're at the Nürburgring, Jake. Big old German track. The Formula One raced this out of nowhere last year, sorry. I think Lewis Hamilton brought home a victory, I think, at the Nürburgring. Have you got any thoughts about the Nürburgring?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's German, which is always good.
Yeah,
always.
Unbelievably
And,
good.
You know, and then it's also quite long, is it? So
yeah.
it's also
The track
two
is
of my
quite
favourite things.
We've got 2 minutes and 04s at the moment from Tommy Shetz. Tommy Shetz not letting off at all, not letting anyone touch that top step. That's his top step. Nobody will let him touch that. So there's our champion at the moment. Racing for pride at the moment because he's got nothing else to race for. Realistically, he's taking the crown home. He's taking all the girls home. He's taking the money home. He's taking everything home. Apart from that car, though, that is pixely and he can't take it home.
And I'm sure he would if he could.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would. I've just realised for some reason, Jake, my game capture footage is a little bit off. I don't know why. We're just smalling it there. Oh, there we go. That'll do. I don't know why it was slightly off. We're fine now, though. We're all good.
Well,
I just had I had the thought there for a second. Imagine if we'd been like speaking for like 10 minutes there and we weren't even on. just nothing. Just radio silence.
it's that talk and just two Tommy Sheds moving.
Yeah.
Montage.
Yes. Chris Downing, showing some different colours, I do believe there. I don't think that's his normal colours. Grey, green and black. Is it? I don't think it is.
It's quite horrible, isn't it?
That's a nice thing to say on his last race.
It's quite horrible, but I suppose you know it is what it is. Well done, Chris.
Well done, Chris, for all your running support. Sanders there, obviously running the gold and black. Unfortunately, he won't be taking gold home. Potentially would have been taking gold home if he joined every race in the series, but unfortunately, because of a couple of absent races, he slipped down the pack. He was actually the one on top for the first half of the season. Let's see if he can bring it back up for the last race, eh?
And he does have a battle on today, mate, to make sure of third place. Martin Bruyker is just 15 points behind him in the championship. So
yeah, Martin Bruyker bringing it back for the Porsche class.
Could he stay on third place, mate?
I mean, he's been quicker and quicker each race, but as everyone in this series. But he's been one of the ones actually who's came from probably like midfield to the top end of the field fight-wise. So let's see if he can do it. Let's see if he can bring the fight to the top guys this race. I'm sure, and I'm hoping that we've got Bruyker's father in to give him some moral support in the chat. I'm not sure who's in our chat at the moment. We haven't got anything going on yet.
Nobody.
We'll have to see. What on earth was that?
I think it was a girl singing.
That's nice.
Isn't something I'm a fan of.
It's lovely, that.
Oh. No, yeah, you've got the right title. Title's good.
Oh, good stuff. Have we got any visitors on the stream? Usually we don't.
Yeah, we have one, man.
We have one. Ah, get him.
Oh, let me Jake.
Yes, Rudy Broker, get in. We've got Rudy, Broker's father, the fan favourite in the chat. I'm sure for being here first.
Yeah, we've also got one in Twitch as well.
Yes, that'll be my father. All the fathers, honestly, who aren't in. Well, they're not in heaven to be fair. They're on our track. So.
Actually, is your father in Twitch chat, mate? Actually,
is it? Hello, father. How are you doing? It's going to be a good 45-minute race for you to watch. I'm sure. Hopefully, my little sister's there as well, watching for me to watching me.
I think your little sister actually might be with the Skeezer in chat actually.
Oh really? I haven't had a look at my Twitch yet. For some reason, my Twitch chat now doesn't come up in Streamlabs anymore, so I can't do what I did before. I'm gonna have to like keep going in between Twitch chats, which is just annoying.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not ideal. Not ideal. I'm gonna mute this site before I absolutely blurt stuff down the microphone. Oh, we've got bread. Good stuff. Is my dad not even turned up? It's just bread.
I tell you what, dude. Here he is. There's your dad.
Shut up, man. I only want Jake. Me. Now let Jake speak. All right. It's good stuff, mate. I appreciate it. Appreciate you being here, bro. Now I have to say, I am bloody. I don't know how much more I can take of seeing this track, Jake.
Be careful. Be careful. Oh yeah. So yeah.
Literally have no idea what you're implying there. I've seen this track for God knows how long this week. Been on iRacing and been driving the LMP2s, the hybrid cars that you see in endurance racing and like the IMSA. And they've been pretty fun to drive. But I've been driving this track literally all last week from Tuesday till now. Going to be driving in Sebring though next week, which I've never seen, and I have to learn it in the dark, which is good fun because we have no lighting because we can't afford it in our house. Yeah, that's going to be good fun. That was a nice little just ad there that probably nobody cared about because it's not Assetto Corsa.
Yeah, I mean iRacing is like
Thanks, Jay.
iRacing's like it's not Assetto, is it?
iRacing's not Assetto. iRacing is very expensive compared to Assetto. Honestly, Assetto is like Assetto, to be fair, fucking bang on for everything, pretty much, like racing, the physics behind it and everything. I know there was a thing on YouTube about an actual. What?
Oh, nothing. Just.
All right.
For viewers who don't know, it's actually Callum's birthday today.
Ah, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah.
And, just some of the photos of people putting up of you, mate. It's not good.
Ah, gotcha. I appreciate that. Is that on Insta?
Oh yeah. Someone said that you're their brother. No, you'll probably get bullied for that for.
Right. Yeah, gotcha. I know who that is. Admiral Bishop, how you doing? Ready for a good season podium on the line for Hulk? Maybe so. Anyone could get it at the moment because everyone's been like super quick towards the end of this season. I want to see what you mean by who's put stuff on for my birthday. Is there a dangerous one?
It's not dangerous as any other one.
Oh, good stuff. Oh, it's just a Brett one. I'm alright with Brett.
The caption isn't good.
Yeah.
Like your brother today. Is he?
I'll give it a good like. He is.
Never ever mention him ever.
Well, I haven't got a blood brother, but if I was gonna have a blood brother, it would be him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give a big like to that. Don't you think it's like it's on your birthday? Okay, cool.
No, you're quite.
It's like it's so stressful when you've got like at work, especially when I was at work and I was like loads of people were saying happy birthday to me. I always feel pressure to say thank you in different ways and instantly to them. I feel awful pressure.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Especially when it's in lockdown, where it's like there's nothing you can do. So it's like, oh, happy birthday, and then it's like, all right, happy birthday. I'll go sit in me room at home.
Yeah.
Like, well, I suppose before you'd be like, oh, happy birthday. Like, you're having a drink or you're doing something. Them saying happy birthday is like the high point of your birthday. Because you do nothing else. But,
yeah.
I'm getting a bit too political.
Just a little bit too political. Just a tiny wince.
God, do I ever hate the police.
What, the Tories?
It's the police. But the Tories is fucking well.
Why'd you hate the police, Jake? I don't think this is a podium really for English political talk. Mainly because half the audience is Dutch.
But I just think the police. We're told, this is a really good argument. Actually, I'm really glad I've got tongue tied here. I don't even remember.
No.
No, yeah, they uphold horrific capitalist laws, mate.
Gotcha.
You know, they go into your house now and batter you and your mum just having your granddad over, mate.
Yeah, they probably would, to be fair. They're not very nice, are they? If you
I
think
don't
about
think
it.
it's acceptable.
No. God no. Morgan, thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah. Can the chat guess how old I am? Not the Twitch chat, because they know me personally.
16.
What do you think? Do you think these guys have hired a 16-year-old to commentate over each and every race? To be honest, the way we go on, it's highly likely.
We get hired like we're getting paid.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, we haven't had one single penny.
If the owners of Last Row Racing would like to pay, we would be. I would never mention peas again.
That got such a... Out of everything you've ever said, of all the controversial shit you've spoken, peas was the one that got discussing in the Last Row Racing chat.
Did you see the thing I put on Snapchat? Basically, I made tea a year ago, yeah. And it was like a bit of chicken and a fucking ridiculous amount of gravy with a stupid amount of peas, and it looked horrible.
Yeah.
It's just this is real life for me. I don't just talk about it and then not do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, peas are difficult to count out. I've actually run out of peas currently, so no peas. But yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Hang on.
Apparently, no, it's just me. Father said that my co-host, being you, Jake, does not sound too great. So.
Really?
Yeah, apparently not. If you want to listen to yourself, mate, you can tell me, but I don't know, because I can't hear myself. It might just be oh hello.
Hello.
Let's see what that sounds like to you.
I think I sound fine.
Sound fine? Might just be
I do sound fine. I think it maybe a chair or something. I don't.
Well, we'll see. Is everyone else listening?
I appreciate the criticism, but
I appreciate the criticism. We always appreciate the criticisms, especially from my father. Noxie says, "I think you're 22. Bang on. I'm the only person to say it. Well done, Noxie. You win absolutely nothing, because I can't afford anything. Major battles for the final championship stands tonight. Sanders versus the Broiker for P3, and a four-way battle for Noki versus Delgado versus Bruylands versus Rafa Star for P8 and P9. So we've got that to look forward to. So we've got a huge battle in the midfield, and then we've got a lovely little fight for P3 now that Sanders is back from his... I got absolutely took away there from what I was saying. But Sanders came back to battle for P3. To be fair, though, as well, he's been gone for so many races. If he takes that away from Poo and De Bruyke, that's going to be a shame. But we'll see how he pushes.
He's come back from the brink, hasn't he? He deserves this, I think.
Yeah, because at the moment qualifying, Jay Sanders is in P2, and only a couple of... And Jay Sanders has gone quickest, showing everyone that potentially he was the fastest in this series, but just never got the chance to properly show his colours, which apparently are black and gold.
That's just a little bit of a taste of what you can get on my singing stream every Friday night.
Yeah? What's your stringing? Your stringing? What's your stringing stream?
I don't string. Yeah,
you don't string?
It's a lower art form that I would partake.
Ah, okay, cool. Have I ever told you what we're doing now?
What we do?
Yeah.
We commentate over racing.
I don't know. Actually, no, I don't have the heart to tell you. You're doing a good job. So where do we think people are going to place in our... where do we think people are going to place in the championship then? Obviously, we've got a fight now for Sanders and De Bruyke for P3. Who's going to come out victorious in that, do we think? And the four-way battle between Noki, Delgado, Bruylands and Rafa Star. Who's going to come out in P8 and P9 for that then? I can imagine, Jake, you know who you want for P8.
Me, I think I could come out and claim the spot.
Yeah.
If not me, I imagine... I think Martin Bruyke... No, actually, I don't think Matt Breaker's going to get that. I think Sanders will probably rip it away from him at the last moment. Nokkalainen's been quite consistent. I think maybe
Nokkalainen has been very, very strong in his position. And Nokkalainen now at the moment 5th, coming probably now for his last lap of the qualifying session and goes wide. He might have got a corner cut for that, and I think he has. That's his qualifying lap over. Nokkalainen will stay P5 unless told otherwise by Martin Bruyker, who is on his flying lap at the moment. I think he goes off as well, so Martin Bruyker might now be a corner cut away from going back to the pits with no added time, and I think that might be true, and if not, he's definitely lost a lot of time. So who is going to improve here? Tommy Schett is also on his final lap now, coming around. I think that was a Schumacher S's potentially. I think it was the top of Schumacher S's. Let's see how he does for his final. It wasn't the Schumacher S's, my apologies. Blooming heck. Oh, and he's right off the track, and that will probably be a disqualification for Schett's time, which means I can imagine Jay Sanders will sit in that top spot on P1 unless Benvenuti has anything to say for it. We haven't seen Benvenuti since about 3 races ago. Can he make a difference here to the top 3? He's in 3rd position at the moment. Can he take Tommy Schett or Jay Sanders down? He has the ability to do it. Will he do it? I've never strung more words there in my entire life together.
That's unbelievable.
Thank you, thank you. I do appreciate that.
I am in awe.
Oh, and he goes wide. I think everyone pushing here for the top spot. And he might have lost out a bit there. That was very quick into that chicane. A little bit quicker than you like to go. Oh, he's not going wide onto that outside line. I think he is. He's departing from that. So I think that does leave, I would imagine, Jay Sanders to prowl on the top spot there in P1. Tommy Schett's just behind him, agonisingly. Just 1/10 behind Sanders. But Tommy Schett's still going actually for a final lap. I think Tommy Schett's actually got through to that last lap. So maybe Tommy Schett has got one more. It doesn't say that he's in the pits yet. So let's see how Tommy Schett goes on this lap. It's his final lap. He's probably shaking in his boots. I would be. He's potentially got tow there from whoever's in front. If he can get close enough, who knows. Oof. It's an absolute... I can imagine it's a war to get that car through the Schumacher S's. F1 cars, LMP cars can do that like a dream, but when you get into the GT3s and the GT4s in particular, that's when grip starts to get a little bit difficult and you start to have issues with the Schumacher S's. But as he comes around to the penultimate corner now in a few seconds, he's got the slipstream off Hoogervin. He actually could potentially take Jay Sanders' time off here if he gets enough of a slipstream. Jake, what are you thinking?
I think Tommy Schett. I don't think he'll do it, mate. I don't think he'll do it.
You don't think he'll do it? That was a good line. He was probably pushing the limits there as much as he could. Schett now, he's got the free air in front of him for the last corner. Can he do it? Tommy Schett, he's going to come across the line. Where is he going to place with that tow? And he's going to place P1, ladies and gents, for 0.003 in front of Jay Sanders. And that is a speedy time by Schett, but he would have loved that from, I think it was Hoogervin, wasn't it, in front?
How fuming do you reckon Jody Sanders is now?
He's absolutely steaming. I can see it in his cockpit. His windows are steaming up. That was a worldie of a lap, to be fair. Yep. M4 Benvenuti saying 0.03. It is unbelievable. Oh, we've got a night race as well. We haven't had a night race for a while. Didn't realise it was for a night race. We've got a lovely moving camera here as well. Wow. The camera crew really do know how to do it in in Germany. Yeah. Look at that. So, that is our lineup then. Do you want to say our lineup, Jake?
Tommy Schett's the champion. He's first. Johnny Sanders in second. Enzo Benvenuti is in third. Chris Downing, who is already finished second in the championship, will come in fourth. Nokkalainen in fifth. Martin Bruyker, who's one of very few people who have something to race for today, is in sixth. Brilliant in seventh. Yves Saint Laurent is in eighth. J Hope in ninth. Big D Robertson is 10th. Is that Roberto Pereira? Hafa Pereira? I forget what his name is. Pereira is in 11th. Jamie Ellis in 12th. Not sure what happened there. Van Geffen in 13th. Delgado in 14th. My boy Raf Starr in 15th. Hugven in 16th. And Ball Dinger is a goose egg.
Well, that sums up your final lineup for the 2020-2021 season of GT4 Last Row Race, and that is your final front row lineup and back row and middle row and every row in between. So predictions then, Jake. What do you think is going to happen? Tommy Schett has got to battle off now an incredibly hungry Jay Sanders for that final victory, I can imagine. Mercedes got the more power. There's a lot of straights on this track, which Schetz won't be happy with, obviously, with his car being more aerodynamically engaged. But this track, again, has some very tight corners. It's a close one to call who will be quicker here.
I think Schetz will probably just dominate. But Sanders has, when he's actually raced, he has dominated himself,
yeah.
hasn't he?
I mean...
This will be good. This will be close.
The last time that he was here was in Hungary, the Hungaroring. And he pretty much came from last back to second, I think it was. So you can tell that he's got absolute extraordinary pace in the back end of that Mercedes. So it will be exciting to see who comes on top here. Do you think there'll be a crash for the last one? An exciting because we haven't had a proper pile up yet on the first corner. So
Chris should finish the race, finish the season as he started it.
Yeah,
just take one for the team. And,
take one for the commentary team.
And just wipe as many people as we can.
Yeah. As we say, he's still got 100. I think it was 153,660. No, 613 more crashes to go. I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's got some catching up to do. But I think if there's one man who can do it,
it's Chris Bloody Downing. Yeah, so predictions in the chat then. What do we think? Who are we predicting is going to come out on top, ladies and gents? I think Chris kills everyone on the server, and the race is whoever gets repaired in the pits the quickest. Honestly, Brett, what a race that would be with just like absolutely like terminally destroyed wheel bearings in that. So you just have to pretty much steer one way and hope to God that you get to the pit. We hope we see that for the last one, but these guys have. These guys are pretty good in their race strategies and their patience to get in front of each other, so I can imagine we won't see that. Morgan says, good job Mercedes cars aren't like the trucks. Big fat L if so. That's very true. This isn't trucking, fortunately for you, Mr. Morgan. You are watching real racing.
Do you reckon Morgan will be in the trucking Last Row Racing Grand Prix?
I think if Last Row Racing had a trucking championship, I think he would definitely be number one. I think Morgan understands the 1 to 12 gears much more. Yeah, much more than anyone else will. As you may know, trucks do have 12 gears. I think it might be more. I can't remember.
That's why you're talking about it if you don't know.
I don't know, mate. Morgan, do trucks have 12 gears? Pretty sure they do.
Morgan just doesn't know they actually have 50.
A 50 hole.
What do you think each gear would do, mate, if they had 50 gears?
They would probably make you go a bit quicker. Each time you go up like normal gears.
Aha. I see that.
Right. 10 seconds then until we leave the Last Row Racing lineup for our last warm-up lap. And Tommy Schett will start the train of the warming of the tyres. The ceremony of the warming of the tyres. Off he pops. Off he goes. For the final time. Isn't it elegant?
He just did something about his car, isn't it?
Yeah. You can't not be not romantic about racing it. I couldn't even get through that, sorry.
Yeah.
I couldn't get through that.
Like that.
Of course, we've got Helicam going again. Schett's apparently racing already, bloody hell. Schett's has got places to be. Sanders catching up now. Remembering where the pedal is. He must have been holding the clutch there.
Can you imagine?
Somehow just got clutch control in a race car. Don't know how that would happen, but oh no, Saunders now on a mission.
He's not letting Schett get away from him like
that. Do you think this is mind games, Jake? Do you think this is mind games?
I mean, mind games are the biggest part of this, mate. I think racing is 50-50. 50 car, 50 the mind. You know, if you have one and not the other, mate, you're not going to succeed, I don't think.
No, exactly.
Personally. Maybe you will. I don't know.
I've never listened to the KTM properly, you know? That sounds quite lovely. Ah, he's warming his brakes at the moment. Whew.
You don't need to warm your brakes, you just need a race.
Need a race. That's Tommy Jess gets over team matches, and I'm Benvenuti on the warm-up lap.
It must be my games.
It must be, mustn't it? Why else would they do that? They've never done this before. Why else would they do this? Huh?
Just mind games, mate, just to prove who's the best, who's the top dog.
Yeah. Do you think Sanders might have just came back to just take Chet's out for the last race?
Maybe, even though he's already won.
Just to maintain dominance through the Schumacher races here. Definitely one of the best corners on the track. Most dangerous for Schumacher. I know going around in the LMP2 I've gone off a couple of times in the endurance series that I do on iRacing, and Jake has heard me endure the absolute agony and pain that is starting in first and dropping it by yourself on that corner.
Yeah.
It isn't a sight to see.
You didn't do it in the dark though, did you?
I didn't do it in the dark. The race that I'm doing this week though is in the dark in Sebring. And I've never seen Sebring in my entire life, so I don't know how I'm going to learn it in the dark.
It's one of those strange, isn't it? I mean, the Nürburgring, at least everyone races the Nürburgring, so they all should know it.
Yeah, exactly. Nürburgring, one of the most popular tracks, of course. As I said before, this year it saw the Formula 1 cars take part again. But it's been pretty silent since. Mostly used now for cars like these and endurance series. Obviously, the Nürburgring with the Nordschleife comes in every year. I do believe I think it's a 24-hour race of the Nürburgring. 10-minute track pretty much, but I think you can do it in about 6 now because of how fast the cars are. It's a bloody good race. Right, final corner. Jake, predictions?
I think she's going to be Sanders and Chet. It's going to be a battle for third place, I think.
Yeah. Well, let's find out, eh? Let's find out as we come around for the final time to our start-finish, which will start the final race of the GT4 series in Last Roll Racing. We're ready, we're rocking, we're rolling, and away we go for the last race of the GT4 series. Tommy Chet's off to a flyer. Saunders and Benvenuti both looking. Saunders, oh, we've already had a little bit of contact. Chet's now, hold on, Saunders is off for his last race. Oh, it's an absolute calamity. It's huge. No, it's absolutely ginormous. Oh, it's an absolute pile-up. As we go into the race, this turns everything on top of its head. Chet's now is having an absolute flyer, I do believe. Is he? Yes, he is. So Sanders is dropped back. I think that's probably to about P10 at the moment. Tommy Chet is absolutely flying. Had a little bit of a bump to the back right, so that might give him a little bit of a pace disadvantage if he has got some damage there. And who is in second? Benvenuti follows him in second. Honestly, I have no idea what happened in that little pile up there. I was literally about to say, and I don't know if I said that corner is notorious for pile-ups because of how much space you have to try and get past people on the first corner. I didn't think it would happen, but it did happen. So Brett, you got your wish. Morgan, you got your wish. I think everyone got their wish in the chat. So some quality crashes.
Who got out unscathed? Or did anybody?
I think everyone got a little bit of damage. Saunders there got a little bit of damage on the front of his car and the back of his car by the looks of it, which is going to be horrific damage. We've got somebody off the track there. I couldn't see who it was. Oh, it was Hub coming back onto the track there. Baldinga, unfortunately, trailing in last position. But we've got now we've got Breuker. Now we've got a race in our hand. Breuker in P4 still, whilst our man Sanders sits way back. I still don't know what position he might be in. I don't know if everything's changed around. So he's in P13 by the looks of it at the moment, provisional P13. And he's, I guess, going to stick there. Tommy Chet is on an absolute flyer. I don't think there's anyone realistically behind him. He is on an absolute mission to stay in front of Sanders. Obviously, beforehand as well, in Hungaroring, when Sanders had his issues with coming out of the first lap unscathed, dropped back to last position, but actually gained so much time in the 45 minutes to come back to second. So will Breuker have issues keeping behind all that traffic, all that pressure?
What do you think, man?
I don't know what will happen. I mean, I didn't expect the everyone to have a little bit of a pile up there towards the start of the race there. I thought if it was going to happen, oh, Knockalainen's been hit out the way and Breaker as well. Oh, it's absolute calamity. Well, you're in for a banger of a race apparently, because this has been just non-stop action so far.
Morgan says it looks like the A19 underneath.
It actually does, to be fair. So who started that? Because I haven't got my replays, unfortunately, on. I've just started them now. I just realised my replay system hadn't been started. So
Knockalainen bumped, I think, and then
yeah, Knockalainen bumps. Now has Breuker now got rear damage on that Porsche, and the Porsches, may I let you know, are already pretty nervous on the back end, and without a back wing, sorry, we potentially see Breuker's car get a little bit more unnerved, especially in that Schumacher S's. Let's see him go around the Schumacher S's and let's see if he lifts off, I suppose. That'll tell us if he has any damage. Let's have a look. Going quite wide there on the exit of that corner. Here we go. Schumacher S's. You'll see how scary this is, especially in the night, because you can't really particularly see what you're going into. Everyone taking a little bit of that sand, which is quite dangerous. If you touch too much of that your rear end into that sand, you are spinning for days and you're going for hot dogs. But this is now Breuker going for Robertson. Robertson started in P10 and he's up to P4. He'll be happy with that. Happy as Larry.
Could you imagine if he actually lifted off the whole track and just
started flying? Yeah.
What is that flying car thing? Was it Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? I can't remember who Chitty Chitty Bang Bang has a flying car, you know?
Someone in chat, which film has a flying car?
Which film has the flying car? Imagine if it's like Lightning McQueen.
He flies, alright.
Oh, he flies. He is speed.
You know he doesn't have legs though. He doesn't have
this NASCAR championship is so exciting. It really is. Enzo was on a massacre. He really was. That was a bit of a massacre. Like, here we go then. For the the third time that we'll come to this corner. Will we see any issues now happening in this corner? We've got Broylands coming to it now. And is that Sanders now making his way to the inside line, pushing that poor Broylands away? Can't make anything there. Oh, maybe Sanders driving with a bit of aggression right now. You don't usually see I mean, you see Sens on that corner, but not Sens to that point. It's just Knockalainen versus Sanders now for P9. Ooh, but they're racing each other well. A lot of respect. And I think Sanders has won this one. He'll come out victorious. Oh, but Knockalainen, for some reason, going on the outside. He's got the better exit.
Will he get it?
Oh, he will. On the outside, Knockalainen, take a bow, son. But here we go again. Can Sanders get the undercut going there? No, I don't think he can. That's Knockalainen in front of Sanders. Sanders losing positions now because of the damage that he has to his car. Let's see what's happening on front then. Benvenuti now in his own game, but with Downing's beaming light shredding into the back end of Benvenuti. I can imagine that will be making him nervous as he puts his back end out a little bit there. Just having a little bit of fun. I can imagine Benvenuti, nothing to worry about. And Tommy Schetz again has probably already won this race. You can you can go home now.
Yeah, he's already 4 seconds ahead, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't even know how far ahead he is. He's about a corner on top of everyone else. So he's going. But to be fair, he does have damage potentially on that back end if he had got hit enough. So you might start to see him now that everyone's got a little bit of clean air. You might start to see him come down the pitch a little bit. Robertson then stays in P4. Again, Robertson obviously had an incredible finish last race with a P3, I think it was, isn't it?
Yeah, Robertson did very well, didn't he?
He did. He got some good points on the board. So let's see if Robertson can score some much-needed points again in this race, during this race. Just Sanders then, not managing to get past little Knockalainen, as Knockalainen's getting held up a little bit by the looks of Broylands. I think Knockalainen will be looking down the inside in a few corners' time because he is saving to get past that Broylands so he doesn't get the monster behind him, which is Jay Sanders, which seems to be inevitable at the moment because he can't seem to get away past Broylands. And this is the problem with the Nürburgring. The Nürburgring being, it's not a street circuit. You know, it's quite a fast circuit, but it's a very narrow circuit in quite a lot of the the parts of the track. Very difficult actually to battle on. There's a lot of hairpins which are incredibly hard to battle on, like the one coming up here. Again, this one very wide, but it's a hairpin, and nobody particularly likes trying to overtake on a hairpin. Very scary. Scary stuff, especially when you're on the outside, and if someone oversteers or understeers into you from the inside, well, you're toast, you're in the gravel, and he'll just sail on.
Yeah.
And as well on this corner in the Schumacher S is the dirty air that you'll be getting is unbelievable. Dirty air being obviously when you're behind a car going straight, that's slipstream, and you love slipstream, and that means that there's no air going onto those aerodynamic parts of your car. But if you're going around a corner with no aerodynamics, your car's pretty much on ice skates, so that'll be a scary one to go through with dirty air.
Yeah.
Oh, as we all go on to the sand a little bit there, Jay Sanders now looking towards the back end knock line. I don't think he can realistically make a challenge on this part of the track, but will Sanders do it? We've seen Sanders do many things. And will he do a silly send? He won't do a silly send, but potentially think about tactics and potentially go for it now. Sanders going down the inside. Can he get knock line on the inside? Goes onto the pit exit for some reason a little bit. The pit entry, sorry. Takes him a little bit, pushes him across, and Knockalainen now is pushed onto the outside of the track. But as Knockalainen got the better exit than Saunders, who's got raw power? Is it the Audi power or the Mercedes power? And Audi power seems to be doing a pretty good deal compared to the brute of the Mercedes, but Mercedes does prevail by the looks of it. Can he get the cut back? I don't think he can. Saunders then stays in his position and gets ahead of Knockalainen now. Can he start a battle? Roylands. But it's not over yet. Knockalainen still trying to pressure Saunders into a mistake, and he actually does by doing that little bit of a send. Didn't do a full send, but made him think a little bit, and that's all you need to do.
Oh, brilliant. Just can't get away from him.
And at the moment as well, we've got a battle here for Broika and Piera. Piera, really good position, P6. He would love a good high up position to add to his championship points, I can imagine, for the end of this series.
If they can finish there and Sanders can stay in ninth, he would almost certainly overtake him in the standings.
Exactly, and that's what he would be wanting. That's what everyone's wanting. Everyone's wanting to just do those little changes, and I can imagine everyone wanted a silly race like this where everyone's crashing at the start, you know. So everyone's kind of in the wrong position speed-wise. So it's all about the defence and attack now for everyone, which is good to see for a 45-minute race. It's what you want to see.
Yeah, you want to see just short. It's like a little sprint, isn't it? And you want to see.
You want to see a good battle, and I think we're going to get that now from the tussle that we had at the start of this race. Ready to feature a Drive to Survive episode. Another 35 minutes to go for the Hulk worker. Yeah. Definitely a Drive to Survive episode here. Fortunately, nobody went into a wall, so we don't have a man on fire episode, which is lovely. Yeah,
nobody will be surviving if Chris had his way.
Yeah. Chris doesn't leave prisoners.
Yeah, Chris doesn't leave survivors, unfortunately, but...
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Jake does technically fly, Morgan says.
Yes! Oh, listen, I know my references.
You shouldn't be yawning, mate. This is a great race.
Yeah, sorry, I know.
Saunders and Broyans and Knockalainen now behind Broyans. I don't know what happened there, not too sure, but Broyans has managed to get in front of Knockalainen, so Knockalainen now unfortunately has to get by 2 cars, which is obviously harder than 1 because there's 2 in front of you. 2 big metal boxes are harder to get past than 1.
You're not wrong, mate. You're not wrong.
No, physically I am not wrong, and you can't tell me that. Well, you can, but it'll be wrong.
I was going to say, do you want me to try? I will tell you.
So now, Martin Broika and Piera are very, very close now, actually, to Sanders. Sanders has made really good time on the top 5, and Piera now getting past Broika to solidify his P6 for now. P5, sorry, it should be. I don't know why it's not changed yet. P5. Jay Sanders there. You can see now the battle with Jay Sanders and Knockalainen battling on in the background. Oh! And Piero goes off the track, and that's going to slow Broika down quite considerably, I think. I think the fight for 3rd place in the championship is going to come a lot quicker than we thought it would. As you can see there, Sanders is not far behind now at all. He's about 2 seconds, I think, down the road compared to Piera and Broika will not be very happy to see the fog lights of Saunders gleaming down his back mirror.
You can never count Sanders out, can you?
You really can't. He's like a zombie. He just comes back.
He does. God, what a man.
What an athlete. Would you consider esports to be like a sport?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
They deserve it.
They deserve it. I think it's the mental part. I think sport is a mental part as well.
Yeah.
I'd consider it.
No, I actually would.
Oh, right. Thank you for letting me go into that hole there and just filling the hole up for me. Thanks, I appreciate that, man.
I mean, you know,
oh well, there goes Ellis. See you later. Saunders making. Oh, Saunders for some reason braking on the track. You shouldn't do that, Saunders. I understand that you were being lovely there, but usually you should drive on there. But okay, lets him by again. There was a little bit of a strange tussle with Jamie Ellis. I don't know if we've got that replay available. Have we got that replay available? Let's have a look. We have not, unfortunately. I pressed it too late, Jay. He stops very strangely. He nearly caused a 3-car collision there.
Why did he do that? Just to give him the position.
Just to give him the position back, but you don't usually see that. I mean, good sportsmanship, but dangerously done.
Yeah, it is odd. You know, sometimes you applaud the effort.
Yeah, of course. So Jamie Ellis now has got everyone on the back of him going through the Schumacher S's. Oh, he's got so much pressure, Jamie Ellis, now with potential back wing problems as well. We've got Knockline and Saunders, and I can't see who that is behind. I think that's Bierland, still kind of hungry for a position, trying to feed off the battle up front, as it seems. Got a little bit of dust there on the track. I wonder if someone's just cut the track a little bit more there. Saunders, they're going a little bit into the sand. It's alright to just touch the sand on these tracks. 30 minutes left of this race. We're 15 minutes in and we've had a lot of action, insane action. We've seen Knockline in there go onto the outside of Saunders. We'll back off a little bit, probably rightly so. Not a good idea to be going twos apiece into that corner. Oof, Saunders with the braking power there to catch up to Jamie Ellis. Jamie Ellis now unfortunately serving as a slipstream merchant as he goes down this straight. I'm doing alright today, aren't I?
Have you ever been a slipstream merchant, if anyone?
Have I been a slipstream merchant? No, not generally, mate. But I can tell you, is the merchant at the moment. Ellis has been an over. Oh yeah, he's been a place giver merchant, if that's a thing. Is he not actually? He might not be. He might be pawning that back actually. I don't think he is he? It's hard to tell. Saunders on the outside now. A very hard corner here to overtake on. I think Saunders, unfortunately, takes himself out of that. And he does. Jamie Ellis somehow still in front after that unrelenting pressure after the slipstream. Now Knockline is having to go on Saunders here. Saunders' back end here from view, and I can imagine that's awful to see in your rearview mirror as you're trying to be as fast as possible. Knockline then obviously is a speedy boy, keeping up with Saunders. So Broika at the moment looks like he is about 4 seconds ahead of everyone that he needs to be in ahead of. So who do you think's gonna prevail here? Do you think it's gonna be Broika or do you think it's gonna be Saunders?
Sanders is very quick, isn't he? Sanders just has pace. He always seems to just be so much quicker than everyone.
Yeah.
So maybe Sanders will get it, but you know, Broika, he deserves this, doesn't he? You know, he's been here, he's grinded away.
Yeah.
It'd be sad for him to get so close and yet so far.
Yeah. It would be a shame. It would be a shame if for his last race he can't produce that third place. But to be fair, Broika's doing everything he can right now to keep that third place his. So let's see if we can get a wonder finish for Broika. With the unrelenting pressure of Saunders behind. Saunders now though has got clean air and he's right behind Broika. So let's see what happens here and let's see how this race pans out for Saunders and Broika. And I'm being told now as well that the person that we call Piera every race is called Payara.
Pereira.
Payray. I have to say, boys, I'm not very good at pronouncing names. I can't pronounce mine, let alone anyone else's. So.
Pereira.
The real ball. Which car will finish the race on 3 wheels? It's a tough one, to be fair. There's a lot of contenders.
I think, you know, if your money's on anyone, it's only one man.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, because he does all the damage.
Yeah, that's true. Who won't finish the race?
Yeah, and Chris Downing as well, now into P2, in front of Benvenuti. Benvenuti and Downing having their own little tussle. Benvenuti still on the back of Downing quite nicely. But Downing was in P3 and now is into P2. He must have only just done that. Because we've been locked onto the battle for third in the championships. And Broika now, unfortunately, has the... I can imagine he can just about see the light from Sanders.
There's one thing he wouldn't have wanted to see, it being Sanders come back up like...
No, he thought he had it. He thought he had it in the bag, the P3. But he didn't. Not in the bag just yet.
Who do you think deserves it, mate? Who do you think would deserve it?
Who do I think deserves it? Probably Broika, to be fair. He's done a absolute mega job in getting into that P3 position, because I think at the start of the season we wouldn't have thought that Broika would be the contender for the third spot in our podium for the championship standings. So
he's going to end up finishing above like Schwartz, and if he gets 30, Schwartz and Sanders, and he's finished above some good people.
Yeah, some incredibly good races who have incredibly good speed. We're just going to have to probably see, because I think Sanders is catching. I'll see what their times were last lap. So Martin Broika did a 2:07.170, and just Sanders is doing a 2:05.3, which is incredibly quicker. He's catching Broika by about 2 seconds a lap so far, unless Broika had an issue during that lap. Sorry, Sanders looks like he's going to eat him up in a bit.
So he needs to do something and quickly. That's what you're saying.
He does. We'll check back on them soon. Jamie Ellis and Nokalainen still having their little tussle at the back. Jamie Ellis going way off the track into the AstroTurf. Not particularly where you want to be. A little bit of a dangerous spot, but if that's what Ellis thinks is the racing line, you go for it, son. Going off the track there as well to gain a bit of time. I like that, Ellis.
Got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do to stay in front of Ellis. I think now Martin Broika is very close to losing that position now to Saunders. Saunders is going to be getting that slipstream now as well, so he's going to be getting every bit that he needs to get in front. Tommy Shett as well, by the way, he's got a 19-second gap. Just Chris Downing.
God. Oh well, do you want to pack up and go home, or?
Probably give him a pint, to be fair, and he'll still speed up, I can imagine.
Yeah, innit? You can't drink driving, mate. Don't be encouraging.
No, we don't drink. Have you seen the drink driving ads in England recently?
No.
No, they've just been basically they're trying to strategize using memes.
No,
but it's obviously like 50-year-old men doing it, and it's not ideal. And this is Nokalainen potentially going to be overtaking Ellis. No, he's not. Rafterstar as well, your fan favourite, Jake, in the background there. Is he going to potentially get past Ellis here? Ellis is braking for some reason, letting them go past. I don't know what the thought process was there.
Listen, if you know what's good for you, stay away from Rafterstar.
Apparently so. So Rafterstar now is battling for Nokalainen with some horrendous damage by the looks of it. Oh no, it's not. Never mind. It was just the reflection. I thought that was horrific damage there to the front of the car. Martin Broika and Sanders then having the battle for the life. I don't know if Broika can hold him off for 23 minutes, I have to say. I mean, all that Sanders has to do really is get in front of Broika and hold it, and I think that's what's going to happen now. Unfortunately, can Broika fight back? I don't think he can. And that was very, very swiftly taken by Sanders. I don't think there was any way that Broika was unfortunately stopping that one. And I think Saunders, unfortunately, already a second-ish ahead. Almost 5/10, sorry, ahead.
Well, Broika. Close one. Not quite close one.
Close one, Broica. Hats off to you, mate. So we've still got a fight though with Benvenuti and Downing. Oh, and Saint Laurent has got a drive-through penalty. Not sure what that's for at the moment, but I can imagine it was for the starting collisions. I can imagine all the penalties are coming through for that. That actually might bring a different game into this, you know? Who's got penalties and who hasn't?
Yeah. There's been quite a lot of collisions, hasn't there? So.
There has, so that'll be getting worked out, I can imagine, in the FIA Centre of Last Row Racing. Let's see if we've got any battles here. We've got Rafter Star still battling a little bit with Jamie Ellis, I do believe. Yeah, that's still a little bit of a battle going on. I'm sure as hell that Porsche has a little bit of damage to the front, but I just can't tell in the dark. Nah, just can't tell.
I can never tell. You always say these cars have damage. I know you only can tell by looking at by playing the game loads.
Yeah.
But I can never tell.
They always look a bit crumpled on this game.
Yeah.
That's what this game would like really benefit, I think, from, is just like some really proper solid damage models. Because it's basically like if you bump the front end, it's like you get a certain amount of damage and a certain amount of pace loss, pretty much. It would be lovely if they did what iRacing did and updated their damage model, so that if you hit something in a certain way, it will crumple in that certain way, and you will have a certain amount of damage and a certain amount of like pace disadvantage. That would be lovely if that game could bring that to the table.
Yeah, rather than just hitting it, you get like a generic bit of crumpling on your car. And
exactly. Yeah. It would be nice. It would be nice to see. Downing and Benvenuti still fighting out for that P2 spot in this last race. I'm sure Benvenuti would love to gobble that up. Payara is saying that Sanders is just too fast. Sanders is having a race of a lifetime. He always seems to fight back from the back, to be fair. And there is a fight at the moment going on with Payara and Sanders. I hope I'm saying that right now.
Payara.
No, apparently it's not pronounced like that. Apparently not.
What? What's it pronounced like? You're saying. I've said it. What you're saying?
It's Payara, apparently. I'm horrendously British. It's unbelievable. Big battles there. Yeah, it's gonna get on both of our minds now. I can imagine Payara now.
Oh, someone's got a thing. Saint Laurent.
Saint Laurent, yeah, that's what I was saying. He's got a drive-through.
Why has he still not done it?
I saw him just flashing Payara now, telling him to let him by. Payara, I can imagine, will have no thoughts about letting Sanders by. He wants this top position in the P5 slot, and I can imagine he won't do anything and do everything in his power to keep that spot. But Saunders now pushing really harshly. Actually, probably a little bit too close to get a good slingshot now from the slipstream. Dodges and weaves a little bit. Payara, good defense skills. Haven't really seen much weaving on the straights to stop that slipstream from continuing. Oh, Saunders going for a big lunge and almost takes Payara with him on the lunge.
Payara's just panicking as these.
Yeah, I would be panicking if that absolute monster was behind me.
Yeah, you wouldn't be.
Wouldn't be best pleased with yourself. Let's see then, we haven't got any other battles at the moment going on, so let's keep on this one with Payara and Sanders. Again, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, I'm just too British and not enough Latin.
Just Spanish.
Just have too much northern tongue.
Yeah.
That's all it is. I could say number 79. Oh, it's number 16. Right.
Just say Pierre, just say Ferrara. Pierre.
Through the Schumacher S's now. Let's not give up. The Navy 3 has 20 minutes to learn it properly. Mission is on. What? Pereira. Oh, mate. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I guess so. I think for my birthday, I would like to be able to pronounce his name correctly. But it just
get a Duolingo thing up?
I'll get Cortana up to tell me.
How do you spell Pereira's name? How do you pronounce it? It's just Pereira. Pereira.
Pereira.
I mean, it's like
Pereira.
it's like the British bad pronunciation. It's
Yeah.
like where GSP says performance, like that's not how you pronounce it. But that's how...
I'm not happy with your performance. I actually can't explain how to pronounce it. I see why you guys have a hard time with Portuguese names. To be fair, mate, I can hardly speak English, let alone Portuguese. So
English is like the world's worst language, isn't it? So like as soon as you learn that, you think everything else will come easy because English makes no sense.
And speaking of easy, Saunders made that look absolutely piss easy as he went past Piera there on the inside of the second corner. Piera, though, giving him a little bit of a nudge, telling him he didn't like that, ruffling it up a little bit. As Sanders goes into P5, will he take Daniel Robertson with him? Daniel Robertson obviously not really had too much to worry about this race until he sees Saunders in his rear view mirror. Saunders' absolute race to victory is on, I think.
Can he catch the shots?
Imagine.
Do you think? How many more minutes of race time will you need to catch shots?
To catch the shits? A bloody lot, I think. Shet is absolutely flying. Shet is actually a little bit quicker as well by the looks of it. Shet's best time is 2 minutes 4:09.7, and Sanders' best time is at 2 minute 5.307. So looks like we'll potentially see Shet win his final race in the GT4 2020-21 season.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? You would hope so at this point.
Yeah, you would. Unless he has an absolutely atrocious crash, which is genuinely fatal.
Yeah, you'd probably have to die in real life, I think, actually.
Yeah, probably. So we've got a good tour here from Daniel Robertson. He's going to make catching up a little bit easier, but it looks to me actually that the Aston Martin is actually getting a bit of time on the straights there. Very strange. British power there, trumping the German. Oh, that's Benvenuti off the track. I wonder what happened there. Benvenuti way off the track, and where's Chris Downing then? Chris Downing's in the fight now. There's a huge crash behind with I can't see who that is. It's Sanders. Sanders is off the track again after all that time.
Oh, I know.
And Sanders is in the pits. He's had enough. And that leaves Breaker to be P1, if that's P1, sorry, P3, if that's the case.
Martin Breaker's done it.
I have no idea what happened there. I can't even see what happened there. Apparently we were able to go back. Shall we do the instant replay minus 30 seconds? Here we go.
Yeah, well.
I've never done this before, boys, so... Oh, there was a huge crash on the track. I have no idea what happened there. I'm still trying to work it out, but I don't think I can. It's very strange indeed. Now I'm hoping that the time session goes back to where it's supposed to be. Or is that just not how we work? There we go, we're back. I don't know how that works, that's why I don't like using it.
Oh, poor Sanders, he did so much.
I know he did so much for his final race, but it just wasn't, the luck wasn't on his cards. I know, what a time of event. Sanders in the pits. It's I think it's all over then. The P3 battle is complete, is finished. Breuker will be in your P3 position. And what is going on with this race? I know everyone's, I think everyone knows that it's the last race, so now it's time to push for those last points. And I think maybe potentially people have took that a little bit close to heart. Enzo Benvenuti now probably going to be trying to get back up to that P3 position at least. Now, did Benvenuti get turned around? I'm guessing he did. I think he did. But he doesn't look like he has much damage on that car, fortunately for him. So maybe he only got a light tap on the back of his car. I can imagine that's what he will be hoping for. With 13 minutes left to go of this race. It's been an absolute wild one for the last race of the season.
It has. Even though the majority of the positions are already decided, it still has been...
Yeah. They've not let us down. They've definitely not let us down for the last race. And that leaves Daniel Robertson in P3. Another P3 finish for Robertson, potentially. Could you believe it?
I was going to say, he'd be buzzing, wouldn't he, with back-to-back P3s?
Yeah, and I don't know where that would put. Where would that put Robertson generally? Do you think in the? I know you don't know the point scheme.
I think he was late to join, so I don't think he's like up there really. But it's a good end to the.
Yeah, it's a good end to the season if he's going to continue to do like another season after this.
It sets him up well, doesn't it, for next season?
It really does. Christopher Broylant defending number 60. Off. Still don't know if I'm saying that right. I know I'm getting constant messages now on how to say it. Max Virgin Cheese. It's Pereira. Oh, Christ. Christ on a bike. Pereira. Is it just Pereira? Is that it? Pereira. Pereira. Is that it?
Pereira.
Portuguese is a hard language to pronounce. I wouldn't blame you. Thank you. As I say before, I can't pronounce English. I'm severely dyslexic. So Portuguese is not my forte. Would you say? Oof. Pereira, sorry. Pereira going a little bit off the track there. Stays behind Broylant in P7. We've got Enzo Benvenuti now, 0.7 behind Robertson. And Broika now just behind Enzo Benvenuti. Just trying to add to those points, I suppose. See if what he can make of these final few laps. 10 minutes left to go, 2 minutes a lap. It's 5 more laps that we've got, folks, potentially.
That was nice, Maths. That was nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I may be severely dyslexic, but I also have a severity in maths.
A what in maths?
A severity.
What's that mean?
I think it means you're quite bad.
I don't think it's a word, maybe.
Severity. The severity. Yeah, the severity of a situation.
That's not what it means. You can't say I have a severity in maths, can you?
Yeah, maybe. I just said it, mate.
I'm gonna say you could. I mean, you could say it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like it if you said it, Lord.
Van Geffen down in P11. He was our hero in Barcelona, if you remember back all those weeks when he was fighting for P3. And I think he was fighting Benvenuti off. Now sits in P11 potentially after the crashes, unfortunately, that happened at the start of this race and during the middle sector of this race. I can see a couple of scratches on the right side of his car, so that won't be helping. I can imagine his floor is a wee bit damaged, and that might be the reason why he's a little bit lacking in the pace. We have to see. Apparently I'm getting the hang of Portuguese, so that's good. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, tons. Max Rich with his hands in head in his hands, sorry, because of my pronunciation. You love to see it. Martin Broika right on the back of Benvenuti now. Benvenuti potentially has taken some damage. Because he has seemed to have slowed up. His best time being a 2:06 and his last time being a 2:07, a whole second apart from his best time. Potentially does have some floor damage after that spin around. We haven't really seen the right side of his car yet. It does look a little bit crumpled from what I can see, but I'm not too sure. There is definitely some damage to the right side of that car. That could potentially be giving his aero some problems. We'll have to see how Benvenuti manages to defend off and ever chasing Broika from behind. Tommy Schett as well, still 20 seconds ahead of the pack. Obviously, he's not seen any of this. He's been quite, for him, it's been quite a nice race. Oh, and that's Benvenuti going wide.
Was that allowed?
I think it was allowed because it didn't really gain time. If anything, mate, you lost time.
Is it only illegal when you gain time?
Pretty much. I mean, you can go off the track and come back on, and if you've overstepped your mark and stuff, and you've like gained like so much less time than you would, then it's fine. I think that sentence was terrible. If you lose time when you go wide, It's not really a problem. It's only a problem to yourself. It's when you gain time is when you start to get corner cut warnings. He seems to be pulling away from Broiker now. Broiker maybe got a little bit too giddy when Benvenuti got off there. Pereira then in front of Bryant now. Bruylant, sorry. The pronunciations are all coming in. Yes, he sits in P6 in front of Bruylant, which he'll be very happy with. Rafter Star, by the way, Jake, your fan favourite. He sits in P10 in the final proper point position, is what I call it.
Yeah, I hope this might put him in first, you know. Yeah,
do you reckon a good position here with the driver of the day for sure?
I think he could get it. You know, he's improving every time. Every time you see him, my jaw drops. So sexy. So you know, I think he can only get bigger and better.
Yeah.
Oh, in a sexual manner, obviously. You just mean.
I don't think anyone was thinking that, mate. But thanks for clearing that up.
Thinking.
I said thinking.
Singing.
I said thinking.
You call yourself a commentator.
And I'm saying singing.
What are you thinking about the end of this race, mate? What do you think?
It's been an enthralling race so far. We've got a couple more laps to go. I think we've got about 3 potentially left on the board. Depends where Shet is on the track. Yeah, I don't know how long Benvenuti's reign will be in this position and if he'll keep that reign. He seems to be a little bit ahead of Broiker now. Broiker seems to have dropped off a bit. Maybe Broiker's tyres are feeling a bit of wear and tear now.
He'll just be happy, won't he? I don't think it'll matter too much to Broiker.
Bruyant's back in front of Pereira. Pereira must have had a little bit of an incident there, giving that position away. Let's see if he can get it back in these next 3 laps. I can imagine he'll be saving to get those points back. Daniel Robertson's still in P3. He's absolutely blown out of the park the last 3 races for Daniel Robertson. Nearly going off the track there, but just staying on. He'll be. I can imagine he'll be proper happy with himself, to be fair. 2 top 3 positions. I can imagine he'll be very happy indeed. What are you typing there, Jake? I hope you're typing the score sheet, so.
I actually am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's that or I'm asking Jay to play CS.
You are?
It's that or I'm asking Jay to play CS.
Alright, I think you're writing up the score sheet.
Oh, you're actually right.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
With just 5 minutes left, mate, who do you think's... who's your driver of the day?
Driver of the day, it's a difficult one. It would have been Sanders, to be fair.
It would have been Sanders, yeah.
It would have been Sanders, but Sanders is no longer in the race, so I don't know if we can say that it's Sanders.
I don't think so. I don't think you can say your driver of the day is someone that didn't finish.
Yeah, someone who didn't finish, I don't think can get driver of the day. Obviously, Tommy Shet has had an absolute whirlwind of a race. 33 seconds in front of everyone. I think it might have to be. Danny Robertson, obviously, actually, to be fair, Danny Robertson again, staying in P3. Gone P10 to P3, that's not bad.
Yeah, he's made it very simple, hasn't he? He's just sort of...
Yeah, he's just raced simple. Raced with a good head. And that's what it gets you.
A win, a W.
A big W in Robertson's mind. I can imagine Team Foxtrot will be very happy with that. I think it's Foxworth. Might be Foxtrot or Foxworth. Gonna go with either. It would have been really cool actually if we could have got like car skins sent to me, and then we could have had actual like teams. That would have been cool, and I could have like noticed which teams were which. That would be cool.
Yeah, and if some people's team names weren't really weak. Pereira. Yeah, Pereira.
Is there a is there a GT3 Championship going on as well? I'll start saying there is. There's a GT3 Championship going on at the moment, I do believe. I don't know how long that is till it starts up again. I think you can. I'm pretty sure you can join whenever you want, though. We've seen a lot of people in this GT4 series just joining when spots come available. So you'll have to have a look, have a little conversation with the server hosts and the session hosts, and see if you can get yourself in there. Last Row Racing Discord. I can imagine if you have a look on the YouTube channel about page, I can imagine you can definitely get the link to the Discord.
It's really easy to join once you're in the Discord.
Yeah. Oh, I might have to go for 2 minutes for this race, mate, if you don't mind. Can you keep me posted? No, I'm sorry. Just give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Okay.
Keep the race commentary going. You've got this, bro.
Yeah. Okay, is anyone in the chat got any questions? That's what I'm saying. Please me. Because when it comes to technical race knowledge, I am not your guy. More questions about Chitty Bang Bang or something I can answer. Like the actual race. Can Benvenuti claim P3? In terms of the actual series, the actual whole season, no. But maybe it's been quite a hectic race, but the front three's basically stayed the same the entire time, and it's just been about 4, 5, and 6. Rafa Star's still in 10th. That's all we really care about.
Oh, what's happened since, mate?
Absolutely.
What's happened since? Nothing. Oh, that is sad, actually. That is horrifically sad. Well, so does it look like our top? Our positions are held at the moment. We've got a gap to Daniel Robertson, though. It looks like we've got a battle. Oh, Daniel Robertson going right off, and Benvenuti going right off there. Broiker in the background, going the right way around the track. Robertson in P3 still. He's got the final lap to go, though. Will he hang on here, Jake?
I think he will. I think he should.
He should do. Well, we're in our final lap now with Benvenuti and Robertson. Robertson.
Very quickly there. He caught very quickly.
He has. Broiker and Benvenuti now going in for the fight. And sorry, Broiker feeding off the battle between Robertson and Benvenuti, I was meant to say. Sorry. As Robertson goes into the final lap now, Tommy Shett will definitely make this the last lap of the race.
The whole series.
Of the whole series. I know, it's been a whirlwind. It's been an adventure, Jake, and we've been happy to present every single second, as much as we can, obviously, with some of the issues that we've had in the past, where I had like a string of like 3 weeks where I had like no internet pretty much. That was always a fun one to come home to and realise that I had to let everyone down, but we've prevailed, we've triumphed, we've learned, we've lost. But the main thing is we've enjoyed every second.
Everyone in the chat, everyone in the race, think about who you were when we all started this series together. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, mate. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, you're waking up. Well, I think Tommy Shett will be coming around the final corner for the final time in the GT4 Series 2020 and 2021. Tommy Shett is your race winner here at the Nürburgring and seals the deal for the championship. And he goes so far ahead in P1, a fully deserved P1 in the championship. Take a bow, Tommy Shett, as we fight for the P3 position in this race. And I think everyone else's position is locked out. Obviously, Martin Broiker, he will finish in the top 3. I think Chris Downing, is Chris Downing P2, Jake? I believe he is P2 in the...
By a decent margin.
Yes, so Downing now coming through the final corner. He will finish this championship battle in P2. He'll be very happy with that, with the way that his season's gone throughout the last half of it, flashing his lights, going to the pit wall, and a beautiful P3 for Robertson. He'll be so pleased with that. In behind him, Enzo Benvenuti P4, with Broiker then settling the top 3 positions in the championship orders in P3. So that is it. Benvenuti for a last crash. You love to see it. Oh, Chris Downing in the pits there as well.
Dropped a position.
Huh?
Rafterstar dropped a position.
Oh, Rafterstar did drop a position. He's not fully way through yet, is he? Oh, he's just coming across the line there. He just dropped P11. Bless. Well, that is... So this is your final lineup. Hub coming across the line there, and I think that is it. We've got Hoogervin left to come. Hoogervin coming across the line as the final car to ever cross the line in the 2020-2021 GT4 series.
That's a good way to put it.
Isn't it?
Last. He's also the final car that will cross the line.
He's stopping on the line. For the slowest way to go across the line, Hoogervin settles the championship orders and crosses the line to end the series on to be honest, an incredible race. I didn't think we were going to get.
They're not doing his drive.
Oh, did he not?
I like to imagine he'll have a drive-through first race of next season.
Well. That is our race, and that is our series. So, Jake,
I mean, I can't tell you exactly because there will be subtle changes, but Tommy Shetz finishes well over 100 points clear at the top of the table. Chris Downing, strangely, was 100 points behind first, but he's also like 100 points ahead of third. But Chris Downing is comfortably second. And Martin Breaker will have overtaken Geordie Sanders to get third, which is mad because, like I say, when he was there, and I'm not sure if Ensby finished this race. Was Ensby racing?
I don't believe James Ensby was. Jamie Ellis was, but I don't think James Ellis was.
James Ensby could have overtaken Sanders as well, but it's crazy. Martin Breaker, he was just consistently always third and fourth and fifth, and that's paid off for him. I'm very proud of him. He gets the bronze medal. Sanders drops out. Ensby will finish fourth or fifth. Ben Venuti, I think again finished fifth or sixth because I don't have the ranges and I don't know how the score will work. Ellis will finish top 10. Rafterstar, I think, will just drop out of top 10. Hub will not finish in the top 10.
Yeah.
Delgado will though. It's just, what an end to the race.
What an end to the race.
Maybe the first race and the last race were the two best races in the season.
Yeah, they were. You finish it how you start it. Epic.
with a Chris Downing sponsored pile-up.
Yes. We'd love to see it. And with that, we call it the end of the 2020-2021 series of the GT4 Last Row Racing series. It's been an absolute pleasure streaming this for you, and we hope that everyone can come back again next season and fight as strong as ever for that top spot. Obviously, I can imagine if you are thinking of joining any series, Last Row Racing now, I know they do one-off series like the Trofeo series that is going on at the moment with the Lamborghinis, the GT4 series which you've just seen. I can imagine there will be vacancies open, and GT3 season there will also be vacancies open. So if you ever feel like you want to have a good little battle in a great community, this is the place to be. So that is my last words. Jake, what are your last words?
Just remember, everybody, fuck Sunderland University, and just stay quick, stay fast, stay safe, stay safe as well.
And for the last time this series then,